Audio problems. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Much better. Good stuff. Apparently, the stream can hear me, but not you now. Hi, stream.
Okay. I think I fixed
Ooh,
it.
and the stream camera is Discord also.
Oh god, right. Did I fix it?
Yes.
Yay!
Wait, I think they can hear. The chat can hear everyone. It's a miracle.
Oh, thank you, God. Okay.
Hopefully, they can also hear the game. That's the interesting part here.
They should be able to, because right now nothing is running through my controller anymore. It's all going through.
Cool.
Oh god, it should be.
Awesome. Monster Hunter.
Okay, so if anyone who's watching who's curious as to how I fixed that, I have phoned Moom on Discord, and I'm currently listening to our conversation through wireless headphones from the computer, and then I'm running my audio to the mixer, and both the audio from the mixer are going to the stream and to the Discord call. And then I'm also going to wear 2 sets of headphones so I can hear the game and you.
Good
One
stuff.
earbud is game, one headphone is Discord call. Uh-oh.
Better hope there are no monsters to your right or left. whichever one that I'm on.
Yeah, okay. And then I'm going to turn down my headset here so I don't have to hear the game that loud. Okay, where were we? God, I'll get my login bonus. Whew. Well, okay. Welcome back to the third person first anniversary live stream, where we solve all of our audio issues. Hello.
Aw, yeah.
Oh god. Okay.
Cool. Now toss me an invite to the game.
That would be the next step. Where do I do that from?
I think you
Invite a
go
friend.
into the.
There it is.
Yeah. Oh right, you're on delay. I'm so used to streaming with Xandra, who screen shares with me, that I forget that, like, oh right, I can't see what you're doing in real time.
Yes. There we go.
Yep. Got it. Whoops.
So actually, I'm actually not even in.
Yeah, you're not even in Astera.
Nope, I'm in the research space. Hold 1 second.
I mean, you being there doesn't stop me from joining the game.
Yes, this is true. Anyways, welcome back to the stream. It's been a bit of a. I am solo running this in my apartment. So there's been. We did an interview. We started the stream with an interview with Ben Jelena about speed dating for ghosts and rating games. We did Jackbox Party Pack with Penelope Evans, Sophia Park, and Ben. Penelope then took us through a tour of The Sims 2. She is a Sims expert, so that was a bit of a peek behind the curtain. Then we played Life is Strange Farewell with Joe, a local streamer, Twitch streamer. And now we are doing Monster Hunter World with Moom. Here we are.
Hi. Should I like do an introduction?
Yes, of course, please.
For people who don't know who I am, or okay, hi, I'm Moom. You can follow me at I don't know how to spell that out loud. I'm just gonna say hi in chat, and you can follow me at that name at Twitter. Yeah, I'm a game dev. I do mostly animation and art stuff, but also these days more game design and programming stuff. It's complicated. And yeah, I like streaming games with my friends and stuff. And game design is really interesting to me.
Sweet. That is perfect. You were just on a podcast with Sophia, actually, on our website about empathy in games.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah, it was really interesting to listen to. You guys had really cool chats. Um, and now we're here to play Monster Hunter. What what do you want to do? What's any particular thing
I'm
tickling your fancy?
I mean, I'm up for anything, honestly. Like
Okay.
I'm I have some ridiculously hard stuff unlocked that I don't think you can do,
Mm-hmm.
so I should probably help you with something, I would assume.
Yeah. I guess we could hunt. We could go after the third Elder Dragon. I need to find his
Mm,
tracks first, which would guess that would be just running through
mm-mm.
Rotten Vale for 5 minutes and grabbing all of those.
Yeah, I think you have to like. I don't know if you can only do it in explorations, but that's how I did it. It's just I go in explorations and just farm some blue footprints for a little while.
Yeah, you can, or you can do them in. You can do an actual like quest, I think, as well.
Oh, cool,
Yeah. Oh,
cool.
where are you, by the way? Are you in Astora?
Yeah, yeah, Astera,
Yeah.
yeah.
Are you? I'll come find you.
So, the trick with Monster Hunter Online is you can only see other players if you're both in the
Okay.
Gathering Hall, which is the
I'm
ship
gonna go
at
head
the
to the
top.
Gathering Hub.
Yep, yep. I've also I can like I've got 3 different types of endgame weapons I can bring if you have a
Oh,
preference.
great. Okay. Oh yeah. What do you?
Charge Blade is my
Charge Blade,
main.
you mean? Nice.
Yeah, but I also have a hunting horn and a
Oh,
longsword
sweet.
that
Okay.
are like endgame quality weapons.
I go through my three are insect glaive, bow, and sword and shield.
Nice.
So good.
Wow, somebody uses sword and shield. That's
I
rare.
really like the sword and shield. It's
It's an interesting weapon. Like it's gone through a lot of revisions as the series has gone on.
mhm.
I don't know how much Monster
I
Hunter
this
like
is my
history
first
you
one
have.
actually.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, it's been so cool to see all these new people getting into it.
Hello, there you
Like
are.
like yeah. Hey.
Oops. I want to do the thing. I will perform with the traditional hunter greeting, which is to do this.
Good times.
Perfect.
Good times.
Yeah, actually, I'll play Sword and Shield then, so I'll show that off a little bit to the
Cool, cool.
stream.
Hmm. I might do Charge Blade just because it's really flashy. Like I I enjoy Longsword a lot, but it it is not as exciting to watch as Charge Blade is.
The only other thing
Let's
is I'm
see.
currently working towards the Blast and Ice dual blades.
Hmm.
So I need to take down. Um, I need one more claw from Daura. Daura. I need another Daura.
Yeah, Kushala
Yeah,
Data.
yeah.
Yeah.
I need another. Yeah, yeah. Bubblegum Kush. I need another Bubblegum Kush claw. Which I guess I don't have a quest. I've already finished the assigned ones. I probably wouldn't have another one to, unless you have one for Kush that
Um,
you could start and then I
I
go in.
I yeah, I do have an investigation. I
Okay.
think investigations being sort of the best way to farm
Mm-hmm.
materials in my experience. So yeah, if you want to do that, that's fine with me.
Yeah, sure. Let's go take
Uh,
on. Let's go do Kush.
cool, cool. I think I have to go down to the trade yard to go grab my assignment for
Oh
that.
yes,
So
yeah.
you can like take quests and stuff from up here, but
You can. Yeah, you
you know,
can't. Yeah,
certain.
the research folks are just downstairs only. So for anyone who hasn't played Monster Hunter or has no idea what is going on, I'm not gonna try to explain it. There's a lot. That's it's if you haven't gotten into it, this is the entry to do so. Um,
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
it's I mean this is all I've been playing since it came out. I I'm starting to just near sort of I'm nearing my like fervent phase of Monster Hunter. I'll go back to playing it casually, but um, yeah, it's so good. It just scratches an itch. It's very much it's the same sort of itch that I felt when I played Dragon's Dogma.
I need to check that out because I have that game on a number of different platforms and I've never launched it.
If you love Monster Hunter, Dragon's Dogma is definitely a game for you. It takes bits
Nice.
and pieces of it, and throws in like a little bit of Devil May Cry, throws in a little bit of like Shadow of the Colossus.
Interesting. Oh
Um,
my gosh, that's a lot.
it's a game that tries to do a lot of things and
Hmm.
mostly succeeds. It's one of those, yeah, it's one of those games that it's like it just tries really hard to do something, and you're like, I see what you're doing and really appreciate it for the effort.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna try and find this. Uh, so I have some like high material drop Kushala missions.
Okay.
Would you prefer one that has a time limit of 30 minutes instead of 50, or one that only lets us faint 2 times instead of 3?
Ooh. Let's do the 30 minutes instead of 50.
Okay,
Yeah, actually, if we're gonna, yeah, let's do that one, and I'm actually gonna, I'll equip my Elder Dragon Killer loadout, which is the insect glaive that has Elder Seal and
nice.
dragon damage.
Yeah, I think the weapon I have has Dragon Seal, has Elder Seal on it. It's the Nergigante
Yes,
weapon.
yeah, that's
So.
the one I'm using too. Yeah, insect glaive is my go-to. It's so good.
And
Join a
I
quest.
think I might have some wind resistance jewels. I might go equip those.
Oh,
real quick.
yeah, Kush is the wind one, right? Right. I should probably throw those on too if I have any.
Because wind is super annoying.
Yes, it is not fun, especially as an insect glaive. So I'm like, but I want to be in the air. Can you please not? With what you're doing.
Oh
right
god,
now.
yeah, I bet that's a huge
It's
pain.
not ideal. Okay, I have Rune Resist 2 on right now, which is... Yeah, I'll take it. That'll be good enough for now.
Huh, I thought I had jewels for that, but maybe I don't. Alright, I'll just bring something else.
I will try to take a look at chat. If you have any questions, though, ask. Moom has a much better look on what's going on chat than I do.
Yep, chat's pretty quiet
Cool.
right now, seems like.
Great. Available quests, investigation.
Yeah, no, it just makes me so happy that this game has like finally broken the like. This game, Monster Hunter, is a series that like has basically been Capcom's primary moneymaker in Japan for like since the like PS2
Yeah.
era, basically, and like it was like kind of not a thing here for a really really long time, and it's been really fascinating to see it finally kind of get its day in the sun, especially as someone who's been playing since the PS2 version.
Logan, I'm looking at your texts in chat. I see those.
I'm being asked to choose between monsters or
Yes.
hunters. I think I'm gonna choose monsters because they're much more exciting.
Nice. Which camp?
Oh, I'm just gonna start the default one because I don't remember where Kushala spawns. I want to say it's in the top rightish.
I think so.
Trying to figure out what. Yeah, okay. Just trying to figure out what stuff to bring. I think I have a wind resist. I think I have a wind resist equipment set, but I don't know if I want to take a bunch of time to re-equip things right now.
Yeah. I've been still using the OD set. It's hard to get off of it for right now.
My set is mostly comprised of basil juice pieces.
Yeah.
Because it's got roar resistance, and roars are super annoying.
Yeah, that's the one thing I've been like, I need earplugs. That's
Yeah.
super handy.
Oh, chat, yours very special.
Nice answer. I like the monsters too. I looked.
All right. Make sure you eat before we head
I
out.
have, yes.
Excellent. All right.
Okay, let's go dunk on this guy.
Yep. Well, it's gonna. So the fun thing about this game is that it only has 2 scaling modes: one player and 4
so we're
players.
2. Yeah, we're 2 when there should be 4. That'll be. Let's go kind of dunk on him and try not to get dunked on.
I think we'll probably be okay. At the very least, I'll probably be okay. I've got really high level armor.
Yeah. I didn't have any trouble last time I did this solo, but that's just. Yeah.
Oh, I should just check real quick and make sure. Okay, I need to pop into the tent real quick. I did not refill my consumables since last time I played this game.
Oh yeah, that would be. Yeah. Oh yeah, we ate 4 people full of rations though, so I'll take a couple extra cold drinks.
All right, there we go.
I think I think I'm still good for my items. Nope, I need to... Oh wait, no, I don't want to do that because I will get rid of the items I just picked up. I've done that before. You start to run out of slots when you're running the talons and the charms, but they are too handy not to run.
Yeah, for reals. Like, yeah, no, I've got, let's see, 3 open slots right now, because I've got like null berries, max potions, mega potions, demon drugs, life powder, every kind of throwable pod. Like, I am a pack rat in terms of bringing supplies, but also I rarely regret it.
I am a pack rat in terms of I always want to make sure like I have like if my like what are those called my mega potions start to dip below like 200 in my thing. I'm like, oh, gotta stock up on mega potions. I have like 40 of every item because I'm like I don't ever want to run out.
That's very fair, honestly. Luckily, this game makes it easier than a lot of the previous games to keep your stuff in stock. Like, oh gosh, there was so much farming in Monster Hunter 2. So much fun.
The garden and the fertilizer are really handy for that. I'm coming your way. What
Cool.
mantle are you rocking
around.
right now?
I always forget to use them, honestly. But, oh, I brought the wrong one. That's cool, I guess. I usually use Vitality Mantle and one other thing, because Vitality Mantle is basically free hit points.
Yes, yeah, the Vitality Mantle is super handy.
If I had the Rocksteady Mantle, I would use it, but I don't seem to have unlocked that for some reason.
Where is that one from?
I don't remember. It was in the beta, which is how I know it exists.
Yes, yeah.
And that one makes you immune to knockback from hits, which is really useful.
Okay, I'm ready to go when you are.
Cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna jump on this thing. Yeah. The nice thing about this game is that you spend so much time playing one weapon that it is impossible to forget how to control. Oh yeah, right, I forgot. Kushala is really heavy on the wanting to be flash bombed.
Yeah,
real quick.
I forgot about that too. I usually don't mind because I'm in the air anyways.
Oop.
Get my little essences and then... Nope,
Whee!
come back.
Yeah, Kushala loves to be around. Next time it kicks up, I'm probably gonna flash it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I might, at some point, like, go back to camp and just get a bunch of flash bugs to craft into even more flashes, because that is, in my opinion, the easiest way to deal with this thing. Oh, hey, are you in the air again? Nope, you just jumping. That counts as being in the air, doesn't it? Alright, eat this. There we go. That's where our Kushala should be, on the ground. Probably robbing you of your usefulness here in terms of mounting stuff by knocking it down all the time.
That's still good. Keeps it in one spot. Nope, come on.
I assume you're extremely good at mounting since you, like, main Insect Glaive?
Yes, I am not bad.
Alright, just gotta wait for Kushala to hang still for a second. Alright, just stand right there, please.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
Oops. I'm premature. I need the white one. The only thing about Insect Glaive is you do a lot of like, do I have my 3 essences? Nope. Okay, I'm just gonna keep doing this thing, I guess.
Yeah, like, I have to manage sort of my file resources and charging my different stuff a whole bunch, which I feel like is probably somewhat similar at least. And I've definitely reached a point where I kind of just sort of automatically start doing combos depending on what my current situation is. Alright, just hang out right there for a second. Thank you.
Yes, the white one.
Nope, that's not. You moved.
Oh, ow. Okay, Vitality Mantle took the hit on that one.
Chat says you're distracting it with fancy traps.
Yeah.
Drink a potion before I get murdered. Oh yeah, I should have brought my, I have an amulet that makes it so when I drink healing potions it affects
Oh, yeah.
everyone else around me too.
Oof.
I should have brought that. Oh, I'm just gonna use up your vigor water instead.
That's okay. I brought it to share.
Ouch. Oh yeah, the other fun thing about the Basil set is that the set bonus for Basil set is if you have at least 1/3 of your hit points, you cannot be KO'd in one hit. It will save you
I'm
from
on.
dying. Nice!
That's really nice, actually. Oh, no, don't. There we go. I have very little stamina, so hopefully I can get him down before I run out.
I mean, if you don't, I'll just flash him.
Oh, I got him.
Nice!
And there, down you go, bud.
Good times. Get myself a charge here. Roar, I'm a target. Oh,
And he's
leaving.
back. Ooh, material. Dragon treasure. That's a lot of points.
Something I really appreciate about this game is that every monster, like every unique monster, like combat track has a corresponding pursuit track for when either they
Yeah.
or you are running away, which is a really cool musical
It
touch
is.
and not something the previous games had.
Oh, you did not run away that far.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Like this game, I own this game's soundtrack on iTunes, and it is like 80 tracks. It is amazing. I feel like audio is a thing that is sometimes underappreciated.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Especially music sometimes. It's hard to... Especially in games like this where you're just like, I need to kill the monster. I don't know what the music is doing.
Yep. Oh god, like yeah, this game has like 3 different like themes basically that are recurring that are really cool and used in really cool ways, and I suspect a huge amount of people don't notice them. Like there's like a sort of main theme to the game that plays on like the title screen and then like the first cutscene and a bunch of other places, and it also happens to be the final boss's main theme.
Ah, that's fun. I like when they do that.
It's a really cool callback.
Oh, no. Ow, no.
Is it weird that this is relaxing? This is just like the product of playing probably thousands of hours of cumulative Monster Hunter in my life. Is like I don't even have to think about half the things I'm doing most of the time. This is nice.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, just doing my usual routine.
This game, more than like a lot of games, I feel like really encourages you to feel like you have mastery over your equipment.
Oh, for
like,
sure, yeah. There's when you get a good combo off, when you get a good like hit on a monster, you're like, oh, I did that. That's the thing I learned. I learned how to do that.
So good. I really hope they the game before this, Monster Hunter Generations, which was kind of like a compilation game, had this mechanic called styles, which let you like select like one of 3 different sort of fighting styles for your weapons, which like change them up in reasonably interesting ways. And I kind of hope they bring that back because like it's. I feel like it's really fun the way they keep adding and changing things between games, and I really liked that system.
That sounds really neat.
This stupid whirlwind is right here, and I can't get through it. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, I'm hoping that their usual thing has been to kind of release like an X version, right? Like to release a version.
Yeah,
So I hope they just actually just put out an expansion, like a DLC sort of.
Me too, because yeah, the usual cycle is like this version, so to speak, and then the G rank version, the next year or something like that. Um,
Oh,
and those are usually as
he's
a
down.
totally separate, yeah, like thing. But like, G rank is so cool. Like, it's really absurdly hard. Don't get me wrong though. Like I'll be curious to see whether they tone down G rank at all because typically it is so difficult that only like the really, really, really deeply hardcore players can
Oh,
do it. Like
interesting.
I generally am not. Like I'm only just like I tend to get stomped at G rank. I guess is what I'm gonna say. Okay, I can't get through that whirlwind. I think I'm gonna find a way to get around
Okay,
it.
I'm just gonna keep doing my thing over here. Oh, nope, he's just gonna toss it around like a ragdoll. Never mind. Oh, yep.
Maybe there's a bush I can crouch in around here. Okay, the whirlwind's gone. That works. Yeah, like it's... This is... The amount of usability fixes this game has over the average Monster Hunter game cannot be understated.
Yeah, I've heard there's just like a lot of like, oh, God, that dumb thing is gone.
Yeah, like, just on a baseline level, like, for me, sort of a easy example is, a lot of items that are easy to craft in this one, like antidotes and potions that are just like, okay, basically it auto-crafts it as soon as you pick it
Yeah.
up. Um, Previously required multiple items to craft, and auto-crafting was not a thing, so like, you wanted potions, you either bought a bunch in the store, or you went out and harvested blue mushrooms and like herbs for like, you know, like a half hour, I don't know. It was... the resupplying yourself was significantly more time consuming
Yeah,
in early Monster Hunters.
that would definitely have killed my interest.
Like just as an example, also like you know the grill that nobody uses in this game.
Yes.
That is a holdover from that old system where like scavenging like stuff for crafting and spending a lot of time doing that was a thing you did. Like in this game, it doesn't really matter because they give you stuff and you could just roast stuff at the kitchen, etc., etc. But like the grill was like very much representative of the quintessential Monster Hunter. Like, all right, go out and kill some monsters and bake them into meat so you can bring it into a different mission, sort of philosophy.
Right. Yeah, I don't think I've used it once yet. I know there's an achievement, so I'm like, I should probably do that one achievement, but otherwise.
Yep, it's I don't think it needs to be in this game, frankly. I mean, well, it's weird because like Monster Hunter has this philosophy behind it, which I actually kind of appreciate, which is that you can basically never find yourself in a situation where you need an item and can't get it somehow.
Right.
Like all the supplies you need to craft potions and antidotes and all that good stuff is always on the map. So if you run out during a mission, you can just go find them and craft more, right? And like that's actually really cool because it means you're never really like screwed just because you happen to run out of
Right,
items.
yeah. That's true. Yeah, I've never really thought about that.
It also admittedly mattered more in previous games because you couldn't access your item box during the mission.
Oh, okay,
like
yeah.
the tent that lets you do that is a new feature for this one.
I think I own Monster Hunter, like I think I own Monster Hunter 4 on 3DS, and I think I tried 3. And I think the thing for me was that it just being able to play on a console, like that was the just not having it not kind of contained to a tiny little handheld was the thing that kind of did it for me. The no loading between areas, the
Yeah.
actual controller, big TV. It just like seemed like a lot of game for a handheld.
Yeah, I mean it's so nice to have everything as one contiguous map in this game. Like that to me is probably the most important change they made. Rather than having a bunch of separate areas that all have loading screens between them, it just everything feels so different as a result of that. But like, but yeah, like for me the biggest problem with handhelds was actually the controls.
Yeah.
Like, there is a thing called the Monster Hunter Claw, which is like, handhelds didn't really have dual sticks until very recently, and like so if you wanted they put the camera control on the D-pad. Yeah, so if you wanted to like move around and have camera control, you would put your thumb on the analog stick and you would put your index finger on the D-pad, and it was painful as hell to do over like multiple hours of play. It was excruciating.
Yeah, that sounds rough.
And did you know there's actually a control setting in this game to set it back to that for weird people who actually
Who
enjoy
like have
that
developed
somehow?
the claw and don't want to get rid of it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
which I guess in a way is kind of a throwback to Monster Hunter 1 for PS2, I believe, is the only game that did this, but they were trying to be very avant-garde with their controls for the time, and so rather than mapping the right analog stick to the camera, which is like what everybody does, they mapped the right analog stick to your weapon moves.
Oh God. Okay.
Yeah, and you would wiggle the stick around to do different attacks, which was very novel at the time, but like that's not what ended up being exciting about the game.
Heartbroken. What did we break?
Oh, I can't. I want to say it's this wing. I see some scars on the wing.
Okay.
I'm not actually sure what happened. I assume it was something you did.
I know. He looked like he crashed into a thing, and then I was like, "Oop." I was over here eating
cool.
a easy ration.
Maybe one of our cats did it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I should probably be flashing Kushala.
I should
more
also
often.
be doing that.
Except for, am I out? Oh, whoops. No, don't throw a flash right now. You're it's on the ground. This was actually so Kushala was like a major monster from Monster Hunter 2, I think, actually originally. Like this game doesn't reuse that very many monsters, but this one was like one of the major plot monsters from 2, I think.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, because doesn't is it? No, that's. I was thinking of the guy with the long sword. In this game.
Yeah.
He's from another
Did you
one,
see
right?
Yeah, so that guy with the longsword is a reference to Monster Hunter 1. He wears the same helmet that the character in the intro FMV wears,
okay.
except that it's got like a giant scar in it now. And he also uses the old longsword moveset. So like, longsword and greatsword used to be the same weapon way back in the day, and they had a very different moveset than what either longsword or greatsword have now. And he uses that Monster Hunter 1 moveset. It's a really funny, like he only does it once in a cutscene. Like he doesn't show up otherwise, but like it's a really funny callback. There's a lot of those. There's literally a character from Monster Hunter 4 in this game,
neat.
just like hanging around.
Okay.
And I'm told there's other stuff too. But yeah, I don't know. This game is very referential in a way that the series is not normally, which is interesting.
Apologies to the stream. Sometimes when you're playing Insect Glaive person, you don't really know what's going on. You just hope you're doing the right thing.
But yeah, this one and Teostra are like the big recurs that don't normally show up. Like Rathalos is in every game always.
Yeah.
It's the one that's on the box art.
Is there any monster that like isn't in this one that you'd want to come back?
Yeah. What's it called? No, not Seregios. Seregios is no. I always mix it up with the one I actually like. Seregios is like a giant. It's kind of like a basil actually,
Oh, okay.
but it's more of like a dragon and less like a bomber. But no, the one what's the one? Oh gosh, I'm gonna be annoyed at myself if I can't remember the name of it. There's like a lightning dog basically from Monster Hunter 4 that is a really cool fight. It has one of the best like themes in the game, and it is absolutely one of my faves, and I would love to see it back. That and another one from 4. Oh my god, why can I not remember any of the names right now? It's a weird. It's got a unique mechanic. It's like a giant black dragon thing, and it's got It's like gimmick is that it like when it hits you, it like infects you with a virus sort of, and that getting that virus back off of you requires some very unique gameplay. Basically, it is really interesting and not a thing I don't think any other monster in the series has done.
Was there a game that had underwater, or am I imagining that?
Yes, that was 3. 3 is the only one. It was interesting, but I don't think it was super well received because 3-dimensional movement on a controller is really hard.
I can imagine.
Um, it's actually funny because like the what's it called? The first like monster you fight in this game, the sort of poofy orangish yellow one.
Oh yes, yeah.
Do you remember what that's called?
The one in Coral Highlands.
No,
Oh,
no, like the very first big monster you fight, like in the whole game.
the Jagras.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
Great
yeah,
Jagras. Yeah, so Great Jagras actually kind of looks a little bit like the like signature underwater monster from
yeah.
3, which is what
Oh,
made a lot
okay.
of people wonder if this game was gonna have some underwater combat in it. But nope, which is fine with me, honestly.
Nice.
The what's gonna be really interesting to me is if they end up releasing another map for this game, because typical Monster Hunter cliche is that you is that there's a cold map and a hot map, and there's the hot map, which is this one. You have to drink the cold drinks and
Yeah.
stuff.
And
But
there's no. Yeah, interesting.
there's no cold map where you have to drink hot drinks. Like there's usually a snow map. Always, hey, I got a map, awesome.
Nice.
Um, but yeah, since there's no snow map, it makes a lot of people be like, well, I think this is like the first Monster Hunter that hasn't had a snow map like ever.
Hmm.
So, well, you know what? I bet one didn't have a snow map. But yeah, like a lot of people are speculating that
Oops,
maybe
I didn't mean to do that.
that'll come with whatever DLC they end up doing. I do know that whatchamacallit, um, oh my god, I'm so bad with names today. They're releasing a new monster that's like a giant T-Rex.
The
that
devil.
is from previous games.
Yeah,
Devil
Devil
Joe, that's the
Joe.
one. Yeah, that one. That one is. So a lot of people refer to Basil Juice as the new Devil Joe because they both have a habit of barging in on fights.
Yes. Oh my god, when I first got to high rank and Basil Juice would just be like, dive bomb me, I was like, no, can you please just, can you stop?
It's so good. It's my actual favorite.
He was so frustrating. But then eventually, once you do fight him, he's not that bad because he's such a huge like hitbox. Like he just takes so much damage.
Mm-mm.
Where are we going?
Yeah, the Basil might like Basil's song being so incredibly good combined with like just being so annoying actually probably makes it one of my faves because like I just like someone at some point sat down and was like, okay, what if we made a monster that just dive bombs you out of nowhere? And then they were like, okay, also what if we put it right immediately into the game the second you hit
Yeah.
high rank? Because they're like, hi, welcome to high rank. Oh, it's good. It's so good. Ah, I love
Welcome
it so
to high
much.
rank. This is not. This is the real Dark Souls.
Yeah, basically. I've always been like, oh, by the way, so it's asleep. I'm just gonna drop some bombs on its face when you get
Same.
here.
I also have some.
Do you have any barrel bombs? Cool,
Yeah.
cool, cool. But like the high rank, low rank distinction, I feel like is really important to the flow of the game because like, so much of Monster Hunter is about learning its systems, and so many of its systems take so long to really truly figure out. And so like low rank in a way is kind of like, okay, you don't actually need to know how any of these work really. You can get by on just being good at fighting. And then high rank is like, okay, now you actually need to know these systems, but you've had long enough that we're gonna just like assume you figured it out.
Yes. Yeah, you're like, okay, you're good. You're good. Okay. Here's all the shit.
Yep. All right.
Okay, I'm just gonna drop. Hey, buddy. It's just there you go, and there you go.
All right. I'm just gonna drop a small barrel bomb and we can get out of here. Bye, dragon. Wow, it didn't even get knocked
Wow.
over. Jeez. Rude. I hope we don't run out of time. We're getting a little close,
Okay.
but it is dropping skulls on the map, so that means it is low on health. Hopefully,
It's just when
we
we
can
fight it
pull out
here, it
this-
just decides to be a gigantic wind dick.
Yeah, that's sort of the problem, and I am out of flashes, so if you have
I
any,
have none because I tossed them by accident. No, I have one. Okay.
oh
I
rip.
have one.
Okay, yeah, that would be like now would be the
Yeah.
time to use it for sure.
Yeah.
All right, come here, you.
Just use my dragon pods. Can you get off? Okay, 5 minutes.
Solo on time. Oh.
Oh,
Wonder-
and I'm
oh
dead.
no. I mean, get some flash pods on the way
Yeah.
back. Whoa! I jumped way farther down than I meant to. Everything is just a windy mess right now.
Flash pods.
Oh jeez. Oh, jeez.
Welcome.
Yeah, this is, this might be a
Yeah.
problem. Okay, I'm gonna try and load myself up on flashes as fast as humanly possible because we have basically zero time.
Yep, let's just... Okay, I'm gonna flash. I have... Where's my max potion? Drink that on the way.
As much as these moments are so tense, like like I actually feel like when this happens and it goes right is actually the best feeling.
Yes, that is.
By the way, you know there's bugs you can use to rapidly grapple up the
Yeah,
second
I
half of
had
this climb,
forgotten
right?
and then I remembered.
I love chain grappling on those things. It is one of my favorite things
It's
to do
very
ever.
Spider-Man-like. It's very fun.
It is. It's so good, and that is another feature that was not in the previous games. Oh my god, it's still a windy mess up here. Yuck.
Oh yeah, he's right
Alright.
here. Jesus. Okay, can you...
Yeah, I think it saw me and was like, "Hey, I'm coming to say hi," and that's when you came up. Okay, just stand right there, please. Thank you. Oh, that was really good damage.
Okay. Get dunked on. Maybe.
Ah, the wind is in such a terrible position. I can't get any really solid hits on from where I'm standing. Oh, that was a... Wow, that was a long drop. Okay. I feel like we can get this if we just... Oh, not again!
Oh, he dived down to you.
Oh, well, I mean, that's a mount opportunity for you, I
Nope, I
guess.
missed it.
Oh my god, it's actually gonna kill me if I don't jump off. And oh no, I'm stunned! I'm stunned! I'm stunned!
Oh, he's coming down to me. He's coming down to me.
Oh, thank god.
That'll be a mount opportunity for you.
Almost a third KO. Okay, I'm jumping down. Oh, I got a hit, but no mount. Oh my god, this is a disaster. Shala, just come over here,
Yeah.
please. Thank you. I don't know if that hit, but whatever.
Okay, I just need you to die. I just need you to die. Can you do that for me?
Oh my god. No, don't leave.
Oh god.
Oh no.
Is he flying up?
He's flying
Yeah.
back up, yeah.
Okay, coming back.
And away. Flying up and away.
Oh god. Where is he?
Yeah, we can jump down from up here at least, but that's extremely
Yeah.
bad. Because we have probably a minute left. Okay, yeah. Press circle to jump off that ledge. Cool.
Cool.
Just need to get in like maybe one or two more good hits, I think. Just gonna flash you down immediately. There we go. Oh no, you're in the wind.
Come on.
This is so bad.
I thought 30 was a lot.
Yeah, Elder Dragons with 2 players
Yeah,
is
I can
rough,
imagine. Yeah.
honestly.
Ah, wind.
Oh, we gotta knock down, please, don't, please just die.
Yes.
Yes! Yes, 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 yes! Oh my god!
Ah, thank you.
Oh, that was... Oh my gosh, okay, time to carve
Oh
before I
god,
forget.
yeah.
Yeah, Owen in chat says, I heard people talking about this game and I knew the fights were long, but I didn't think they were this long. Yeah, yeah, no, like 30 to 50 minutes.
Yep.
Well, not exactly 50. 50 is if you are really struggling, but yeah, like 30 to 40 minutes for an endgame fight is a thing sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, once you get like, you can
It
get them
is
down
hard.
to like 15, 20 when you really get them down, but
Oh yeah, no, with 4 players on a monster like this, like all who have really good gear and are geared specifically to fight it, you can down something like this in less than 10
Yeah.
minutes, easy. but
2 players is tricky.
yeah. It, Kushala also is just particularly hard to hit because wind and flying. Like of all the monsters in this game, possibly, uh, Kushala is unusually time wasting.
Yeah, he's super frustrating. Okay, let's see what we got.
A lot of good stuff.
Oh, okay, Destroyer Jewel. I'll take that. Let's have fun. What's the max Palico level?
Um, mm, I don't
Is
know.
it 30? I know they max eventually.
Completion time was 29:39:68. So we had what? Like 20
Yeah, we had
seconds?
20 seconds left.
Wow. Wow.
Definitely came down to the wire on that one.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's really pulling into the station at the
Yeah.
last minute there.
I'm gonna make the double sword, and do you want to do that event quest that has the 2 birds in the arena?
Sure. I don't actually know what that is, but sure.
It's the one that gives you the sunglasses, or gives you the materials for the sunglasses.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I haven't been actually paying attention to event quests
Oh,
much
okay.
because me and Xander did most of our playing of this like when it like came out basically for that first
Nice.
month, and we've kind of fallen off of it lately. Like right now, our mainstream game is XCOM
Right.
2,
Yeah.
so I have not been paying super close attention to the event quests. I assume I missed the Aloy stuff, but yeah.
I think the Aloy stuff is no. Yeah, I think the Aloy stuff did end. I also didn't. I didn't do the Aloy stuff. I kind of was. I forgot about it.
Yeah, I don't. I the version of me who is desperate to get every event item in this game no longer exists. That version of me is like 100 hours dead. I'm almost at like 180 hours now. I really enjoyed this game. I need like I'm taking some time away from it for the most part.
Yeah. I'm getting to that point. I have Ni no Kuni 2, which comes out next week. I think that'll be the game
Oh,
I'm gonna
nice.
look at next.
Awesome.
Spend some time on.
I need to figure out what I'm gonna play on my way to GDC.
Oh, yeah.
I usually play something on the plane or whatever.
Do you have a Switch, or what do you like to?
Yeah, I do. But my current Switch game is Xenoblade Chronicles, and I'm kind of not super into that right now.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's okay. It's just a very slow game. Oh, I got an invitation from you?
Yeah, we weren't in the same party anymore.
Oh, but we should still be in the same server.
Oh, should we? Okay.
Like, playlist.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you're still here.
I didn't know that's how it worked. That makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Like the invite was to the server, basically.
I see. Makes sense. Okay. I'm gonna meet you at the gathering hub.
Oh yeah, I should go up there.
We also need to arm wrestle, because that is.
Yes. Have you done the drinking thing?
I have not.
We should do that real quick. It's really good. But yeah, I'm currently in progression wise in this game at the end of what is the current post game, which is I've defeated Tempered Kieran, which is like absurdly difficult.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah, and now I have access to Tempered Elder Dragons, which is like, yeah. I mean, I'm interested to know kind of like, I know there's some unique drops that let you do some interesting things from those, but like, also, that's, I don't really want to fight Tempered Elder Dragons right now.
That's a level of tough.
All right, here we go.
X or circle? I can never remember.
Circle. Yes! Yes! Ah, yes! My mashing skills are vindicated! Alright. So here to the drinking table here. Alright, so now, like spam the drink emote a bunch of times. And, I'd say probably like 10 or 15 is a good amount. And then like get up. This is my favorite thing. Like, this is the thing that does not need to exist in this game, but it absolutely does, and that's so wonderful.
I love when games do that. They just have the little touches of like, I think a player might do this. We should do a thing for it.
Yep. Yep. All right, let's see. Let's see if I've done it enough. Yep.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I love this game so much.
Oh, that's very good.
Yep. Game is good. This game is real good. So, which ones are we fighting?
I'm really bad with names. The bird that picks up the stone, and also the flashy one.
Kulayaku and Tsitsiyaku?
Yeah, that sounds right. Actually, I wonder if I'm gonna pop down to the. Nope, maybe I won't.
Yeah. Kulayaku and Tsitsiyaku. Yeah, it's you like the reason I remember them is because they both have the sort of dash coup thing at the end, which is kind of a throwback to a monster from the first game called Yankuku, and which was also kind of a bird, but it was like a dragon bird.
Okay. Neat.
All right, should eat right here.
Oh yeah. Forgot about that.
I appreciate that it is a unique cutscene that is not the same as the other one.
So I've never,
You know what the
I've
funny
never
is?
used dual blade before, so I'm kind of interested. I'm kind of excited to.
Oh, nice. Oh wait, in that case, I should switch to my longsword for funsies.
Yeah, these are definitely not going to be. These monsters are going to go down fast.
Let's see, what should I bring? Yeah, I'll bring this one. What was I gonna say? Dang it, I was gonna say something.
Yeah, sorry, you were saying something.
No, I can't remember anymore. Is the problem? This is the problem with having ADHD is that I will, if I don't say something immediately, I will instantaneously forget what I was ever going to be. Oh my god, what was it? Oh. Nope, it's gone. All right, well, hopefully I remember
Yeah,
it later.
it'll pop back up, and you'll be like, "Ha, that thing."
It's probably something about Yankuku, but
Okay.
wee. Oh right, yeah, now I remember.
Yeah, there you go.
It amazes me that this game, with all its like detail and everything, was I think almost certainly made with a significantly smaller team than your average Western AAA game. Like Monster Hunter games reuse a lot because they kind of have to, and I appreciate that as a developer. Just as an example, there's a lot of monsters in this game that are reusing rigs and animations from previous monsters in the series, even if they are much higher definition and look different. Like the puffball monster that floats in the air and stuff. That monster is reusing some of the animations and definitely the rig and general body structure of a series staple known as oh my god, I'm gonna forget the name. It's a K. My brain is telling me to say kudzu, but that's absolutely not the name. Oh my god. Anyway, it is a thing that crawls on the ceiling and electrocutes you.
Okay.
And is a super different monster, but I can tell, looking at it, that okay, so that's that was the basis for this monster when they were putting it in the game. There's a lot of monsters in this game that are like that, where there was a very that thing died fast. Where there's a very clear through line from a previous series monster in some way, and I think that's actually really cool. I have a lot of respect for when developers can very cleanly reuse content in a way that doesn't actually harm the game. I think that's really neat.
I also love when I think Capcom posted that GIF of the person being motion cat for the Great Jagras.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, that's definitely not the beginning and the end. There's a lot of animators have a very conflicted relationship with mocap because there's a lot of animators who their career is basically cleaning up mocap, but the word cleaning up isn't quite the right word. It's more as in you're taking the mocap and using it as a baseline to then animate off
Yeah.
of in a weird way.
Interesting.
So like I'm just gonna say that I have a lot of industry animator friends who really don't like Andy Serkis because he tends to claim credit for his performances when
Oh,
animators put a lot of
interesting.
work into it also.
I didn't know that. That's really interesting.
That's some inside animator baseball for you. Yeah, like there was a big fear when mocap first started popping up that it would make animators obsolete, kind of, but it turned out that mocap doesn't magically make something actually look good. You need to like polish it up and sometimes make significant changes to it and exaggerate it and do all kinds of things that you would normally do if you were animating things. You just have a thing that you start with instead of like not
Yeah,
basically.
that makes sense. Just kind of gives you a starting place rather than.
And it's probably gonna. That's probably like I already know people who are using like Vives and stuff to do their own
Oh,
like at
that's
home
so
mocap,
cool.
like indie
I
devs
never
and
thought.
stuff. And I heard.
So you go.
Well, I was gonna say even before that, I heard of some people who actually use Connects for the same thing,
Oh, neat. That's really cool.
like hacked ones, obviously, since you can't put those
Yeah,
in your
I'm,
PC
I'm sure
normally.
Microsoft was not intending that use. I was.
But
Ooh, and they're down too.
ooh,
I was gonna say that I've really loved seeing people going into games in VR and then painting in the games. Um,
oh yeah, like what,
Edwards.
Liz. Liz
Yeah,
Edwards, that's the
yeah.
one. I know so many Liz's that I get them all confused. Yeah, Liz Edwards is like Liz Edwards probably I feel like is the person at the forefront of like VR art these days. Like y'all listening to this, like if you wanna see whatever the cutting edge in VR art is, you absolutely need to follow her because she is always doing whatever other people have not realized they could do yet.
Yeah, every time she's like, "Oh, I was hanging out in Fallout today and did this skyline," I was like, "What? That's so cool."
Uh-huh.
That's such a neat idea.
And before that, like I think she actually got like I don't know if she still works there, but I know she got like hired by a major VR company just from her like tilt brush art
Okay,
at
yeah.
some point. Like she's incredible, and uh, I, I've seen some like unique pieces from her that are not publicly available that are really
Wow.
amazing. It's yeah, like it's really interesting to me, especially as someone who like has a I, I'm I've worked on VR games and also I'm kind of VR skeptic at the moment
Hmm.
in a weird way because I just feel like it's way too expensive to be a big thing yet. And it's I really love what people are doing in VR, but I also feel like maybe VR's time has not quite come yet.
Yeah. Yeah. VR is. I would love to get
What?
VR. Every time I see someone using, every time I use VR, I'm like, this is so cool, and I would love to buy an Oculus Rift, but I do not have a grand on me.
Yeah, exactly, right? Like I have a Vive that I got from work
Hmm.
basically. And I haven't used it much lately, but that's also because I get motion sick really
Hmm.
easily. Like the for better or worse, motion sickness is not entirely a salt. Like there are some developers who have figured out how to make you not motion sick, but not all developers adhere to the standards
Right.
necessary. Like when I was doing like IGF judging earlier this year, I judged a few VR games, and I was very very sick
Oh,
afterward. It was a really bad time.
that sucks. That's motion sickness is
Yeah,
tricky. It's I've never had to deal with it, but every time I have someone I know who does, I'm just like that. I feel for you.
yeah, like there's a really cool game that someone put out. I don't remember when, but it's like a climbing game. Like you actually like it's like they were like, okay, what if like Mirror's Edge in VR, but also like you use your hands to climb around on stuff and it's so cool. I can see the potential and like it feels really good when it's going right, but also when I took my headset off after playing that, I wanted to like actually throw up.
Oh.
So I hope we find a way to solve that.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's gonna be like it. There's so many things that limit the design space in VR that can be really frustrating. Like resolution means that like text is kind of considered a no-no for a large part, unless it's very big text. Like tutorial text is just not a thing in VR, which sucks because deaf people are kind of screwed in a lot of cases.
Mm.
Um, I try very hard to advocate for like not audio only stuff because I have a lot of deaf friends and I have hearing disabilities, so like it's a little frustrating how many restrictions there are about all these things in VR like that, and then just like all the restrictions on the ways you can move in VR, especially if you don't
Yeah,
have room scale like Vive does. It's like limited design spaces are really cool and they produce some really interesting things, and VR has absolutely done that. But sometimes it feels like a little too much limitations, you know?
for sure. Yeah, VR is it's one of the like it's tricky because it's such a cool concept and such a cool technology, and like there's a lot of potential and opportunity there, but even just by its very
Mm,
nature, it's exclusionary for financial, for
yep,
physical,
yep,
for other and mental reasons, and it's hard because
yep, for sure, for sure.
and it's hard to kind of find that
Wow,
balance,
I'm noticing something really interesting right
which
now.
is
Um, I'm rambling. I'm sorry about this,
yeah.
by the way. Like I've 20 minutes straight here. Um, if you run down some stairs with the camera right behind you, uh, they do a really interesting thing, which is that they zoom into your character and then they also like change the field of view at the same time so that your character is like roughly the same size on screen, but that the camera isn't clipping through the stairs.
Yeah, I
And
see that.
it's it's really interesting. Like that's the kind of subtle thing that I would never even think about needing to do, but it works really well because you don't even think about it when it's happening, right? Like you just run down some stairs and you don't think, "Oh, I'm so glad the camera isn't clipping through these stairs," right? Like
It's a thing that yeah, you're like, oh yeah, the camera's just doing the thing it's supposed to, but that's someone had to be like, wait, no, we need to fix the camera.
yeah, like oh, all those little details that like nobody will ever notice, but someone put probably like weeks into. That's like that's like the thing about game dev for me, right? Like I'm always trying to keep an eye out for that stuff because it's so interesting to me. That's the maybe the most interesting part about game dev to me is those little details.
Yes, agreed. It's that stuff that you're like, oh, someone either they put a lot of work into it because it's a detail that goes unnoticed, but like you'll notice when it doesn't work, or it's a little thing where they're
Mhm.
like, no one's gonna notice it, but if someone does, it's gonna be awesome,
Yeah.
which is really cool. It's like the
Mhm.
that story that just recently went around with the Civilization 6 text field
Oh
stuff.
my God, yes. Oh, I had some things to say about that one as someone who's worked on some very complicated simulations. It's really hard to bug test really complicated games because like like your bias as a person expecting a thing to happen can absolutely fool you into thinking that the thing you want to happen is actually happening even when it's not. Like if you don't have really robust tools to make sure that like a thing is actually happening, you can absolutely essentially trick yourself into believing
Yeah.
things. Like, oh my God. And in an interesting way, the reverse is true, which is you can absolutely trick your players into believing that a simulation is significantly more complex than it is, and they'll be really excited and have a lot of fun with it, unless they're absurdly hardcore and data mine the game. like, like there's a lot of games that do that. Um, I can't think of one off the top of my head right now, but just like making something seem really complicated and cool is a lot more about presentation than it is about actual design. I feel like God, God knows the Mordor series is more about presentation than it is about like the way the orcs and stuff do stuff in that series is actually quite simple. Like they operate with a very restrictive set of rules, but like they have just enough custom conditions in there that it feels really narrative and interesting. I don't, when it's working right. And arguably the biggest problem a lot of people had with the first game was that if you play it a certain way, it doesn't work right.
Yes.
Well, that and the like serious weird implications of but I'm not even going to get into that right now.
Yes, yes. Also, that other thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I was mostly approaching that from a like sort of design goals versus design result from
Yeah.
you know I feel like I've probably talked at length about mortars and stuff before, but maybe that was on Twitter. I don't remember anymore.
um.
Austin Austin Walker wrote an amazing article that does way better than anything I could ever say anyway.
Yes, yes, he did write an amazing article on that. His thing on Monster Hunter 2 is also really good. Um,
Yes, oh my gosh, it's so cool to see. Like I wish that we did this more often, like had people review games who have never played anything like it before,
Mm-hmm.
because it tells you so much about like the innate assumptions and like what that series does right and wrong that you can't learn normally if you just like attach someone to a review who's like, yeah, I've played every game in the series.
It gives you a
And
perspective,
it's
which
a
is important.
yeah, like I think a variety of perspectives is very important. I wish we had had a wider variety of perspectives for reviews of that South Park game.
Oh,
Cough.
yeah. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm with you on that one.
just going down the list of all my pet peeves now.
Well, thank you for hanging out and playing Monster Hunter.
Huzzah, it's fun.
We should do this more, especially because I just want to play Monster Hunter more.
For sure.
We'll be doing, for those watching, Third Person will be doing a weekly stream soon. It'll be mostly a morning stream, but we'll do some maybe additional stuff too. And we have some potential features coming out of this stream where we might do some more Sims with Penelope. Maybe we'll do some more Monster Hunter with Moom if you're down.
Woo! Sounds good to
Yeah,
me.
maybe we'll.
Obviously, the timing is subject to all kinds of
All
figuring
sorts
out,
of
but
things,
yes.
yes. But we'll do this again. Maybe I would love to team up with you on the last boss. That would be fun.
Oh yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
cool.
I will.
Maybe bring some other peeps too, because like that's really fun with 4 people.
Yeah, that would be so good. Well, if Zandra's still watching, maybe I'll grab her too.
I think she might be up for
Yeah.
that.
Great. We're going to take a small, tiny break while I get set up on the PC again, because we're going to switch over to Overwatch and end the stream with some of that. Thank you for joining us, man. It was lovely having you.
Thanks for having me. It was a real fun
Yeah,
time.
for sure. Where can people find you on the internet?
They can find me at my Twitter mostly, which is MOOMANIBE at twitter.com. I'm just gonna link it in chat because I don't want to have to spell it out again.
Good call.
Wow, my link got deleted.
Oh
Rip.
no. Oh no, why?
I'll just break the link there.
Okay, there we go. Okay. I will also when this ends up being when this ends up on an archive, I will put it in the show notes.
Cool,
Yeah.
cool. Thank
That
you
will
very
also
much.
happen. Anyways, thank you for joining us, and I'm going to take this headphone off, and then I'm gonna go over here and press pause on the stream.
All right, see
See
y'all.
you back soon.